Okay guys, you're welcome back to my channel. This is Zazi Graphics. So we'll be creating one of this particular flyer I made recently. So we'll be trying to recreate it using Pixellab. Okay, so I will just try and bring in the flyer. You must have seen it on on the thumbnail of this video. So you can see it's very easy. But actually what I just feel that could have just make more sense is if I'm having a light reflection. So but I won't be able to get that now. Yeah. So in this particular tutorial, so let's just get over with this. So the first thing is I'll be sending you the background. So the background is somewhere around here. So in case okay you want to do this yourself, it's very simple. All you just need to come to this place, come to color. Okay, now click on plus. Now the gradient by default is by this side. So you click this particular area is already clicked. So you click on this paint bucket, click on this pen tool. So okay, you will input the color code. If you don't know the color code, me too, I don't know the color code. So we'll just steal it from the main one, this particular side. Just come here and steal it from here. You can see it as reflected there. Okay, so we can come to this part, click on this paint dropper, paint bucket, then come to this side, the bright part. Okay, you can see it's also reflected. So click on OK. So you can see now we have our background. Okay, now alright, so I know you may not have known the image size. All you just need to do is come to this place, image size, and set it to 3744 3000. Or with this background that I give you, you can just come to your Pixellab, come to this particular side, come to from gallery, and you just bring in, click on the image and click on OK. It will take this entire space of your background. So that's what you should do. It's going to take the place of your background. So you can see the one I even downloaded, it's of no use. So the next I'll be doing is I'll be bringing in this guy. So this guy was actually gotten while making use of, I've actually forgotten anyway. It's been a while since I did the design. I saw something like this on Pinterest and I decided to correct it. I wanted to recreate the same design before, but no, it was looking too busy. No, so I just had to correct it. Just one of these images. Is it okay to communicate your message? One of the wristwatch. So I'll show you the original one which I saw on Pinterest. If it will be on the screen of this design, you're seeing it currently as I'm speaking. If you notice, you are seeing so many watches around. Man, it's too much. I beg. The noise. Let's just let your attention be dragged to one particular place. Okay, so that's the essence why I used one of the wristwatch. Okay, so now that I have this one here, all I just need to do is I'll come to shadow. I'll enable my shadow. Okay, I'll click on this. I'll use this particular one. You might not have it. Just click on plus, come to this pencil. So input this figure. Erase whatever you have in there. 0266 BF. Erase whatever and input this figure. Now a check mark is going to appear here. Click on that check mark. Click on OK. Click on OK. Alright, so increase the blur. Damn. Now you just noticed a mistake. Now we're actually making use of outer shadow. I need inner shadow. Okay, so don't worry, the same color still applies. That's what we'll be making use of. So then I will increase the blur, right? So then not this. Okay, so we have this guy here. So we can just choose to position it this way. So you can see it's looking like something on its own. So if it is too much, the shadow is too much, maybe you don't want the inner shadow, the effect to be too much, you can just come here and scale it a little here. So it's going to reduce, but it's still reflecting. You can see it there. Alright, so the next thing is I'll be bringing my wristwatch. So my wristwatch, which is this guy, I'll move it here, then I'll rotate it, then I'll position it this way. So the next thing I'll be doing is not this kind. Okay, we'll just change the hue. I don't have, okay, let's make it of, I think 120 should be okay. 120, not feeling too lucky with that. Let's set it at 1. Now we can leave it like this. Okay, so we can just reduce the brightness, so it's kind of looking a bit bluish. But however, I'll be sending you this one which I corrected myself. In case you're struggling getting the figure, you can just use this. I'm just showing you how I did it. That's the essence of me just going through this process, which seems tiring already. So the next thing I'll be doing is I'll be bringing in this guy here. So what I'll be doing is I'll be bringing another wristwatch. Okay, so I'll try to locate where I have mine, and I'll come to pictures. I think it should be in Photoshop CC 2020. So it should be somewhere around here. Okay, it's in between this. No, it's the last one. Okay, so now I'll be using this as the reflection. Notice is actually blurred when you're working on something. And now this tutorial is actually meant for students in my master class. Okay, but however, so now you know when you're working with something that is actually blurred, is reflecting on the reflecting. Most times, most reflections are not that clear. That's the essence of me using a blurred one as my reflection. So I have this one here. I'll come to this and I'll bring in this here. Okay, so you now see it's here. Then look at the way it is positioned. Okay, so we now position it here. I can now decide to probably use my rotation and rotate it a bit. This one is actually touching a bit of, like it's coming close to the edge. Okay, okay, so we have this. So the next thing I'll be sending this back. So let me delete this. It's no use again to me. So I'll send this back to this place. Okay, so we'll keep this here. Now if I'm to use it like this, I think that's feather. I say that feather. That area of the leather should. Okay, let me just increase it a bit. That area of the leather should actually be touching that side, but since it's a reflection, okay, so it's a reflection, so I will just okay, so we'll just leave it like that and I'll just lock it. So the next thing, I'll click on this paint, this plus, come to draw, increase the blur, increase the pencil, click on plus, click on this eyedropper, then just click on maybe on any side, just maybe this particular side. Okay, so I'll just tap on the screen. Then I will just increase the size of this. Just do it like this. Just do it like this. Alright, so we can actually make use of. I want it to be darker. I don't want it like this. I want it to be darker. Okay, now you will actually know what I'm doing in a bit. This is of no use anyway. So draw, increase the pen, increase the into, and then I just click on this, and I'll just make it this dark, and I just tap on the screen. Okay, so I just stretch it out. Okay, so I have this. So the next thing is I'll just send it right in the middle. Now it should be under the one that is reflecting. And since it's a reflection, now this something like this, you have to leave it in 50% opacity, because when we start enhancing it, let's just leave it at 55. When you start enhancing it, working on the image, you will notice that darkness is going to just come out. So you can just say, let's just leave it at 58. When we start enhancing it now, you just notice everything is just going to come out. Alright, so that is everything for this guy. So we just come to shape, increase it, increase this, and we'll set it here. Okay, now we have this guy here, and you can still reduce it if you want to. Now for this reflected light, reflected glass, you don't want to leave it like this, so you have to set your opacity to, you can leave it by 7. Now you can, this one, let's leave it at 50 please. Now the reason I was skeptical, just because I was skeptical of the size, is because I haven't made that wristwatch transparent. So we are done. So the next thing, I just use my details, right? Bring in my details, just bring it here. Alright, so just position it here. Okay, so we have this guy here. You may not be seeing it. Now, how did I come about this particular one? This is like what this is what the brand is about. So we have from, oh dear. So what we'll be having is, just come to current date. I guess I'm used to current date. Okay, Glamland. I'll come to text, give it padding. Okay, I'll come to the fonts, then I'll change it to Tampere. Okay, so I will reduce the size. Okay, so I'll copy this, collections. Okay, so we increase it like this. Alright, so let's see the original one. Okay, the collection was quite bigger. Okay, so okay, It's actually even looking old in my eyes in the first place. So we have this guy here, then we'll increase the size, right? Okay, so we have this. Now this is our text. So the color, I don't know the color again. Let's just steal it from the original one. Now I'll just show you the color code. So this is the color. This is the color, right? This is, so just make it bright. You can see this is the color code. Now to still like before, how to input, just come here, pencil, input this figure, click on the check mark and click on OK and click on OK. So you are good to go. Okay, so we have this guy here. Now from this previous one, you can see that our wristwatch was kind of smaller, I guess. So that's one thing you should consider. Doesn't need to be too big. Okay, so also I'll bring this guy down. I don't know which one I used. Okay, so I will just to have make sure we're having enough space. You can see that's the essence of me just reducing the size. Don't want it to be too big that your text and you are now struggling for space. Now okay, I think I'll leave the size like this, like these collections, and then the name and this thing, they have to reuse it because I don't want them to be too big that my text will now be begging for place to stay. Please let me just stay here. No, it's not good. Okay, so maybe I'll just bring this up a bit. Okay, and this one up also a bit. Okay, now and okay, this particular guy, I think I will have to, so we'll come here and then we'll copy your satisfaction, pride. So just put 3, then turn it to I think you use Montserrat regular, Montserrat regular. I think I have 2 types of regular here. Okay, this. Okay, so I'll reduce the size, reduce it, so position it somewhere around here. Now you still also need to be careful with your text, so it will not be as if it's begging for space. Now so probably let's take Glamland up a bit. Okay, so we'll come to style. Okay, so we have this guy here and we have this other guy here. Okay, so we are done. So the next thing is I'll be bringing in this element. I haven't forgotten about it. Now it's of no use anyway. I just to make sure my background was not plain. That's why I just take it there and just reduce the size to about 5. So I don't want my background to be appearing like I see it's just plain, just to have something. So that's why I added that guy there. So the next thing is the brand name. Let me just copy this one, copy Glamland, CF Glamland collections. Okay, so I have that guy here. So I'll reduce the size. I'll change the color to black. You can also use the thick dark blue. Okay, so I've spent about 20 minutes here. So we'll change the fonts to Montserrat to regular. So we'll keep this guy here. So I'll be using a social media font. Now, if in case you don't have this social media font, you can do how to check one of my video which I did on YouTube. I gave out some of my fonts. I think about 2,000 of them. So it should be among one of those fonts. Icon. Okay, I'll stick with this. So I'll reduce the size to about, okay, you don't want it to too much, so just position it somewhere around here. So I'll bring in my grid, so I'll just use it for the space, right? So I'll copy this, so deactivate the grid. Okay, so this time I'll just put in the brand phone number +234-8106196382. Give me a call. Now that's my phone number anyway. So it's still in black, just ignore. So I'll come and edit this. It's V, so you can see V, it's actually for a telephone. Okay, so I will keep this here, then I'll position this guy there. Okay, so this is what we have finally created. Now when we just save this, now how did I come about this for this result? Well, the text is still Montserrat. I just don't, so all you just need to just bring in a shape, use this background, the background we use. So this is it. So we can just come and reduce the opacity to about 90 or 80. So that's it particular. No, not this place. That is for the stroke. Raise the opacity to about 90 or 80 or 85. So that's what happened there. It's not something hard. So it's the same thing. It's the same thing. Alright, so let's just save this project. Now if you want to increase the name of the brand, it's your choice anyway. I don't want to go back to this, so I will just give you this original one I created. I think the first one looks, so you can just use it in comparing the different size of this project. Okay, so we have this and we are good to go. So let's take it to Photoshop Express. So this is the project which we just worked on. Okay, now we have this guy here, so I'll come to adjust. Okay, I forgot to do something anyway, but it's of no use. So I came to draw. I increase the blur, increase the pen size. Now this blue, this particular blue that we use for, yeah, I tapped on the screen, right? So I just reduce the size somewhere around here. I adjusted it, I position it somewhere around here. Then I reduce the opacity, just to have like a blue reflection on that particular side. Okay, so it's just to support so I copied it and I flipped it the other way around. No, this flipping is not working, so we will now use 3D rotation. Okay, so we have this guy there. So you can adjust the opacity to your choice, to your preference. So all right, so so all right, so I think let's just save this one so you see the effect of that, of adding that extra blue. Okay, so we are back in Photoshop Express. So let's just wait while it loads. Damn, it's taking time. Now you can see that blue side, it actually just popped out. Alright, so I come to adjustments. Press it up, Dapple. Where's my adjustment? Don't save this guy, please. Yeah, it disappeared completely. So I just had to hit 35. So you can see that black side is now coming out. That's why I had to reduce it to, so you can sharpen this a bit. You don't want to sharpen your image too much, if not you're not gonna like it. You're really not gonna like it. So see that blue side is pop it out. So I'm gonna add a bit of contrast to this. Then okay, maybe let me just tamper with this vibrance. We're 30. So this is before, now this is after. Mouse looks golden. Wow, delicioso. So we are done for this design. Alright, so that's all for this particular tutorial. We'll see in, come to next and click on save, baby. Save. Zagis Graphics sign out. Zagis Graphics sign out.